there, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Living with Shadi. I am pleased to let you know that I will be starting a new series titled Fulfilling Purpose. Today, on this episode, we'll be discussing one of the subtopics of fulfilling purpose, and it is tagged Identifying Your Purpose, identifying with your purpose, associating with it. Oftentimes, people have been playing roles of scripts that they are not meant for. We have had to play other people's scripts and are comfortable doing it, oftentimes because we are afraid to write our own script or to hold onto our own script, or we do not even know that we're playing other people's scripts, or we're playing roles in other people's scripts, partly because we are not attentive to certain details of our lives. Sometimes your body, your subconscious mind would have been telling you that this is not what you are caught out for, or you would have had one message or the other leading you to another part of purpose. But because sometimes we are heady, sometimes we are afraid, we tend to run away from these things. We all are created for a purpose, and we're set out for a purpose. Oftentimes the path that leads to this destination are not far-fetched. They're not far-fetched because it's often said that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, which means that there will be something in you, something that you have, some talent that you have that leads you and tells you that this is the way to go. Sometimes you may not be attentive, and if you're not attentive to these details about yourself, you may keep playing other people's scripts. Now let us identify the two classes of prospective purpose actors. The first kind of people are the defined purpose actors. These kind of people, they know what they're set out for because they are able to pay attention to details very well, which means that they are able to understand from all the indications that this is what they're supposed to do. Firstly, maybe by the talents that they are being given and they are acting out, maybe because they are comfortable doing one or two things, maybe because they have expectations about life and they have the understanding that this is the way it's got to be. These are the defined purpose actors. Number two, those are the confused purpose actors, which means that the part and the role that they are playing today is an entirely different thing from what they're supposed to be doing. Their expectations, their goals in life is different from the purpose of God for their life. These people, trust me, are so confused. Why? Because they are so fearful. They're fearful because it is totally different from what they're used to. Such people, they don't see how achievable the purpose is. That's basically the reason why they're scared, and they oftentimes evade the purpose because they do not know what they are called out for, and they do not even know how to carry it out. Therefore, what do they do in return? They take solace in acting other people's purposes. The problem is they worry too much, and they have the lack of faith to understand that sometimes when God calls you out to do certain things, it is not you that has the pass mark. It is not you that takes the glory. It is God that takes the glory. And so they worry, they fear, they evade. You remember the story of Jonah in the Bible when he was sent to Nineveh. That was a purpose. That was one of the messages that God wanted him to do or to carry out, but because he was fearful, he didn't want to go and do it, and he started evading. Let me implore us to have the mind of Abraham, somebody who God called to leave his hometown, the land that he has known for years, to just go, and he just picked his bag and he left. Such display of faith. I don't want to sound biblical, but the truth is I can only back up the things that I understand by the word of God, because he is the ultimate authority that I can back up my explanations with. So whichever of these classes that you fall in, I'll give you an advice today. That advice, please do not throw it away. It is that God doesn't call the qualified, but he qualifies the called. So whoever you are, wherever you are, and you're being limbo, you're having no mind of your own to take the plunge, please do, because it is not by your power. God has ordained you for a purpose, and a lot of people are waiting for you. Watch out for the next episode, which is tagged Being on Track. being on track. That is the next episode. So thank you for watching today's episode. I'll see you again next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.